Hold on.
Hold on, what?
Oh, I was talking to Logan.
Oh, why are you talking to Logan?
Why am I talking to Logan?
Yeah.
You don't talk to dogs. Are you
Oh,
psycho?
you're psycho.
Okay. We're psychos.
Yes, together.
Are we live?
Yes, we are.
Oh, we are live. You almost got me, Anthony.
I know. I
I
tried.
hate it when you do that. It makes me have trust issue. Whenever I talk to you, I'm just gonna ask you, are we live? Anyways, well, this is our seventh, eighth episode. I think it's our eighth, actually.
I think it's our eighth, but it's part
Yeah.
two of what is your capacity?
Awesome. Well, welcome. We're glad to start this episode, and today we're gonna talk about sleep. But just as a quick introduction, this is Idiots Podcast, Idiots POV podcast, and this is a podcast where we talk about relationships, family, faith, fitness, and discipline. And in the branch of discipline, we've wanted to start a series called "What Is Your Capacity?" And in that branch, we're gonna be talking about sleep. And I want to start by asking a question about sleep. And do you think, Anthony, sleep is an issue? Like, do you think people are having issues with sleep?
I think, in a general sense, yes. People are having a lot of issues with sleep, whether it's sleeping too long or sleeping too little.
Mhm.
But I don't know, because I don't sleep, so it's a bad question for me.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, what about people around you? Like, what do you notice in terms of sleep? It's kind of a weird insult, but like when you say, "Oh, you suck at sleeping,"
Sleep
like, do
faster.
you sleep better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Around me, like there's people, like people with kids, they're always tired, no matter what.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that's it affects their daily lives in a incremental way, I guess.
Right.
To the point where it's like we need a day off. But then there's like people like me where I get like 4 hours of sleep and I'm functional. But if I get like 9 hours plus, I just hate it. I'm like I slept
Hmm.
too long.
Hmm.
Um,
So
yeah.
your view of the world, at least to the people around you, is that people don't get enough sleep,
Mm-mm.
and they complain about that a lot.
Yeah, whether it's their kids waking them up or dog or cat waking them up, or I don't know that they've I don't even know what else would it be that I've heard from people. I don't
Yeah,
know.
just other like stress
Yeah,
things,
like
like
yeah, like their stress levels.
yeah.
Also their habits and what they eat. Eat
Yeah,
what you
like their
eat.
lifestyle, right?
Yeah, like what you eat before basically like 3 hours before bed. It dictates your sleep.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think I think people I think people have issues like falling asleep, but
Yeah,
like
but
from what I notice from people around me that like it usually the issue is around falling asleep more so than like staying asleep.
yeah, but why do you think that is? Because I already know the reason.
So like your question is why are people struggling with sleep?
Yeah. Like, why do you
I
think
think
they're?
yeah, I think there's a distinction that needs to be made is there's a difference between like you having a clinical sleep disorder versus you just have a bad habit. So obviously, like we have things like narcolepsy, like insomnia, sleep apnea, like all of these actual like things that are wrong that impedes your sleep.
Mhm.
But I do think that a lot of the times, like why people have issues with sleep is that they just have really crappy like habits.
It's because of this thing right here.
Yeah. What makes a cell phone like a danger to sleep?
Well, because you're so when you look at your phone, you're always active. You're always using your brain, and it's firing dopamine depending on what you're doing, right? So if
Mhm.
you're liking a picture, or if you're scrolling through the feed and you find a funny video, like it's hitting you with happiness.
Yeah.
And then it's like also the blue light that's coming into your face, like it's proven to keep you awake.
Mm.
So like I when I go to bed, I put my phone aside, I put my sleep cycle thing on, and then I put some music on with a sleep timer, and then I just go to bed. And it just happens within like 10 minutes of laying there.
Okay. Yeah.
But a lot of people like there's nights where I actually sit and I go through the TikTok tunnel,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, woo, I'll just do this for 10 minutes. 4 hours later, oh, it must only be like 12. It's like 3 in the morning. It's like, great.
Right. Right. So you, even with your phone off, you fall asleep pretty quick then. Like 10 minutes, that's actually pretty quick. Like
Oh,
falling asleep.
if I so the fallest, the fastest I've ever fallen words. Oh my goodness. Okay. The fastest I've ever fallen asleep was actually with my girlfriend,
Okay.
and we're laying on a couch
Speak your
watching
love.
a movie. Pardon?
Falling in love or falling asleep?
Did I say love?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I got you to think though.
I was like, what did I do? What did I say? Good one. Let's pay back.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so we were laying on the couch watching a movie, and next thing I knew, I was like out cold, and we just started watching the movie. It was like 3 4 minutes into the movie. It was like
Okay.
still credits or the intro of the movie when I woke up. She woke me up because I started snoring.
Right.
But yeah, I fall asleep really quick.
Mm.
Like I know we talked about sleep in the past. I just can't remember what your answer was. Like what kind of sleeper are you?
I usually don't have that much of an issue falling asleep. Like especially when I work out. Like usually by the time I go to bed, like I'm physically tired and I just fall asleep within like 10 to 15 minutes, but it also depends what I have going on. Like if I have a lot of stress, I do tend to like take like almost hour and a half sometimes like just falling asleep.
Why?
I think I think it's very very much correlated to stress. When I do get stressed, I do have a hard time falling asleep.
Like
But physically,
work stress?
um, I think it's life. I'm not really stressed about work usually, but I am stressed about like financially a lot, a little bit, a lot. Nice.
We're
Um,
on a roll today, bud.
yeah, we're a professional. Um, yeah, usually I'm stressed about finance and like thinking about where I'll be in 10 years, thinking about where I'll be in 5 years, and kind of,
Yeah, but you can't
yeah,
do that daily to yourself.
yeah, that's an issue that I have that sort of keeps me up at night. Um,
You gotta stop
yeah,
that, man.
hmm,
It's only gonna get worse.
yeah,
Gotta you gotta I think formulating like a routine to wind down your brain would help a
hmm,
lot.
hmm,
Like even if you read a book or read a passage in the Bible or something that is like calm, I
yeah,
think will help you.
yeah. Dude, read numbers. You'll fall asleep in in 2 minutes,
I'm
or
not
like Deuteronomy. It's like the
I'm not Asian. I know it's supposed to be a joke, but then you said Deuteronomy.
right because I said numbers, right?
Yeah.
I had to pick that one.
Yeah, numbers is
Y-
boring though. Same with
Yeah,
Deuteronomy.
yeah.
What's the other one? Uh
Exodus is
Leviticus?
okay.
Leviticus?
Yeah, yeah. Leviticus. Leviticus
The
actually is the most boring. Yeah,
so dry.
yeah. So like, so you don't necessarily have an issue falling asleep, but like, what about getting out of bed? Do you have issues with that?
Depends how sore I am. So if I have a really hard training day and the next morning I'm like crippled,
Mm,
it's really hard to get out of bed. Because I'm like, if I move, this is gonna
yeah,
hurt a lot.
right.
Um, but like to wake up, as soon as I hear my alarm, I'm awake.
Like
Um,
awake as in like your eyes are open and
yeah,
you're just still in bed or you're like out of bed.
I'm still in bed, and
Okay.
so if my body hurts and my mind is a little foggy, then I'll pick up my phone so I stay awake and just
Mhm.
do the news thing and scroll through. um, but there's days where I'll wake up before my alarm. So
Okay.
like my alarm's always set for 6, because that gives me enough time to get up, go shower, brush my teeth, and then leave.
Yeah.
Um, but there's days like I think I told you the one time I woke up at like 4:30, and I literally was so bored I just went for a walk
Mm,
before work. And it was, I don't know. I don't have a problem waking up or falling asleep. It's staying asleep that I have a problem with.
really?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's nights where I'll go to bed, let's say 11. So I'm probably sleeping at about 11:30, and I'll wake up at 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 6:30, let's say.
Really?
Yeah. And then
That's
there's
so odd. Why do you think that happens? Like do you wake up anxious or do you just your body just wakes up?
it just wakes up. Like it's just like, are we awake now? Nope.
So
Okay.
so the period is like how long is it in between?
It varies. It's not always an hour, but it's like
Okay.
it's a significant amount of time where I'll go through a REM cycle and then I'll wake up.
Right.
Um, and it's never like if I sleep alone in my bed, it's like instead of like let's say I'm sleeping at a hotel with my girlfriend or uh at a cottage with people. So if I'm
Right.
alone, comfort and all that stuff, I don't wake myself up by snoring.
Okay.
So it's always like dead sleep, I'm awake.
Right.
Not like I'm snoring so loud I wake myself up.
Mm,
But yeah, like I don't know. I've always had a problem staying asleep, and I don't know if other people have that problem. Um, like, do you know of any people, or do you have a problem with, like, where is your problem with sleep? Is it falling asleep, during sleep, or waking up?
I'm definitely the part about getting up. I falling asleep is usually okay, but and I can sleep through everything. But
Well, that's the thing. So can
getting
I. Like, I can sleep through anything. I slept through fireworks one time, like, and I was in a car by the fireworks,
right.
and I was just out cold. But
Uh,
for some reason, there's days where or nights where I just don't sleep.
mm,
Like I'll sleep, like technically I'll sleep for let's say 6, 7 hours, but I'll be up like periodically.
right. Does that stress you out not getting enough sleep
Yeah, because
because you're tired or because you just feel like you owe something?
hmm, I think it's because my body doesn't have enough time to recover,
Okay.
and if I'm stressed and I don't recover, I'm even more stressed and I'm in pain.
Okay.
And that makes me even more stressed and
Right.
anxious and mad at the world. So it's like it's not a good time for Anthony.
Mm.
But
So when you get out of bed, then like, what is your mentality getting out of bed?
I never thought about this. Hmm. What do I do when I first wake up?
Like you said, alarm goes off, your eyes open, you're still in bed. what what gets you to actually like leave the bed?
Oh, it gets me to leave the bed. Work.
Okay, but don't you like so like say you work at start like say your work starts at 9 o'clock. For other people, usually that's the case, and a lot
Yeah.
of people nowadays like work from home, right?
Hmm.
So what you're saying is then like even if you wake up at like 8 like 7:30, like you're gonna wait in bed until you have to go to work? Is that essentially what it is?
No, when I wake up, I get up. You just, I, I was, I've never had a problem getting out of bed. Like there's days where like when I was 21, 20,
Yeah.
and I would get 2 hours of sleep, get up, go to work.
Okay.
I never had a problem with getting up. And I don't know why people have such a problem getting out of bed. I don't get it. Like
I
I
have
wish I
a
understood it.
yeah, I have an issue getting out of bed.
Why?
I don't know. I just mentally can't like there are days when I'm really good at it and I'm like sticking to my schedule, one thing at a time, boom boom boom, but other days where I'm just bedridden, just like like I don't want to do anything. I like nothing matters.
Why?
That sounds so depressing, but it's just like when I'm out of bed, like those thoughts are completely gone and I get excited to do things, but like as soon as I wake up, it's just like, oh, nothing matters.
Hmm. And this is like, do you feel better after having like, you drink coffee still, right?
Yeah, I do.
Do you feel better after drinking coffee?
No, like as soon as I'm out of bed, like I'm usually good, but it's just going from the eyes opening till just getting myself out of the blanket and out of the bed. Like that's that's the hardest part for me.
Why is that? Like, why? What are you thinking of when you wake up?
Just wanting to go back to sleep. And I think
Why?
part of it is like going to bed late. I go to bed around usually around 12 to 1, but if I have other stuff going on that I gotta finish, sometimes it's a lot later than that. But yeah, like I need 8 hours of sleep. Like that's period. Like for you, it's not the case, but I can't function well. Well, I can. Like I can get through days where without 8 hours of sleep, but
I got
that can't be more than like a week.
I got a bombshell of a question for you.
Okay.
Are you unhappy overall?
I don't think so. I don't meh. I don't think so.
Think hard about it. Because usually when people are unhappy, which majority of the people in this world are,
Yeah.
they have a very hard time getting out of bed.
Well,
It could be
how do
anything
you,
like
yeah, how do you
stress.
attribute laziness though? Like people can be lazy but happy too, right? And lazy people might not get out of bed and
Would you
they might
define? I don't define yourself as lazy though.
yeah, I'm not. Um I think the reason why I have a hard time getting out of bed, and it might be for other people too who operate like me, is usually if I don't have a plan for the next day,
Hmm.
um, especially in the morning, what I'm gonna do, that's when I like kind of fail getting out of bed.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So you always have to have a schedule.
I do. Yeah, I'm very much task oriented. I like to plan ahead. I like to plan everything.
You never stop to smell the flowers, eh?
No,
Probably
it's
should.
not. It's not my thing. It's not how I operate.
I'm not saying like stop and actually smell flowers, but like
Yeah,
you should try and just sit. Not in your house, like outside. Just go and sit.
yeah. Where the
Just
gardens
observe.
are.
Well, like for me, uh, when I really need to kind of like just be and just mellow out and just relax,
Yeah.
I go to like not a park. What is it called? Like a walk place, like a trail, right?
There we go.
Oh my word. This is what happens when I get more than enough sleep. I'm just dysfunctional.
Counterproductive. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, so like I would go there and I sit and I like observe the trees and just kind of bask in the nature and kind of just
Okay.
appreciate it and just kind of remove all the other thoughts out of my head. And you'll notice that like everything, if once you do it and you kind of breathe and let go of stresses, it's really cool because everything becomes kind of like HD.
Hmm.
Interesting. You should try it. But I think honestly, you just have to find some because it sounds like you're very tight. You're
Oh
you're
yeah.
you're very like wound up.
Yeah. I'm definitely 100% wound up. Usually I'm pretty loose with other people.
I bet you
Like when
are.
you talk to me, like you don't. Do you get a sense that I'm uptight? Not really. Like we joke around a lot. No,
You
I don't know
completely
where your mind is
you
going at,
completely
but
missed my joke.
no, I didn't. I. What did you say?
I can't repeat it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna listen back to this episode at this exact moment. But
Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. I'm so good at this. Oh man, that was funny. Can't believe you missed that. Sorry. But
it's alright.
you're wound up and what else?
Well, I was just saying, like, I think I'm wound up about myself, but definitely not about, um, like with other people.
That's a way better statement than the last one.
Oh, because I'm loose with other people? Is that what you said?
Yes. Oh my word. That was
Yeah,
so funny.
it's just one of those things where in my head it's just like, oh, that totally sounds fine, and then it comes out of my mouth. It's like, wait, what is this? What did I just say?
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
Anthony, I am very loose.
I don't let's move on from that.
Yeah,
I there's so many comments that I can't make them on here.
yeah. Well, I
We're a family
almost
show
yeah,
sometimes.
PG.
Mm, wait until we talk about other things.
So,
Oh, that was
um,
funny.
do you like when you sleep? Do you move around a lot? Like, do you kick things and punch things and sleepwalk?
No. I don't. I don't know if I move a lot.
You're just super still, just
How am I
like a
supposed to
Dracula.
know? Like, do you record yourself? I don't know.
Well,
I
like,
do.
oh no, you don't have a sibling, right? You're an only child.
Yes.
Okay.
What does that matter?
Because I used to share my bed when I was young with my brother,
Hmm.
and he'd like kick me back, and like I'm fine because I sleep through anything, but he's just like having the worst time of his life. Yeah.
I don't think like when I move, I wake up and I move. So like I'm
Like
uncomfortable in my
flipping,
position. Pardon?
right? Like flipping around or like moving your arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's this is a funny story. So I was sleeping, and so I usually have a pillow between my knees to like help with my back,
Okay.
and then I have another pillow that I kind of it sounds so bad, but I cuddle, and then I have another pillow for my head. I know, I know.
Okay.
um, and the one day, or the one night, I was dreaming about something, and then all of a sudden I felt my arms throw something, but I'm awake or I'm
Okay.
asleep, and
Right.
I just threw something, and all I hear is a loud bang, and so I wake up and I'm looking, and I'm like, what's wrong? I don't get it. What's making that noise? And then I go back, like I lay back down. I'm like, I'm missing a pillow.
Okay.
I threw the pillow. I threw it, and it went into my closet. So imagine pitch black, dead
Yeah.
of night, trying to find this pillow on the floor, giving up, and the next morning you see it with all your dress shirts over it because you threw it so hard into the closet that everything fell down.
Mm.
And I wake up in the morning. I'm like, oh, that's where it is. That sucks. But yeah, so I've thrown things before. Um, I have another story about my encounter with a sleepwalker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
So you never want to wake them up, right? Like, is that's a thing?
Yeah, because it can induce like terrors and stuff.
Right. Right.
So I was sleeping at a family member's house, and they had at this time the kid was like super young.
Okay.
I don't even think he remembers what I did to him.
Yeah.
So
So you did something.
I was sleeping. I was dead
Oh,
asleep.
dude, you're evil.
I was dead as no. He's evil.
Okay.
So I was dead asleep in the basement. Only one down there,
Okay.
right? I fall asleep, kind of creepy. So whatever. I wake up to a figure right dead in front of me.
Oh my God.
My first instinct is to throw.
Yeah.
So I hit him. I hit him
Like with the pillow, right?
no, with my fist. Like I did not hold back. And I hit him so hard that he flew into the wall. And then I realized who it was. I was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." He gets up crying, still asleep,
Yeah.
by the way, still asleep. Gets up
Okay.
crying, runs up to his room. The next morning, I go upstairs and we start eating breakfast. And he comes out of his room and he's like, "Daddy, my chest really hurts." And so he has like he sleeps with like shorts on. So
Yeah.
he comes out with no shirt and he has a fist print on his
Oh my
chest.
God.
And I'm like, oh
How old
no.
is this kid?
He at the time I think he was like 8.
Oh my God, that's terrible. How old were
Yeah.
you?
How old is he now? 6. So 24.
You punched a minor?
Yeah. It was so bad. Like,
That's child abuse.
no, it's not because I was asleep. He
Good.
was asleep. He doesn't remember
Oh
it.
man.
But it's like I feel so bad. But at the same time, he was standing directly in front of me at my
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
And it was the creepiest thing I've ever seen. Like, it's literally just someone. Like, have you seen Paranormal Activity?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Like that.
Right.
It's
How does that work? Like when you're sleeping, when they sleepwalk, do they have their eyes open then?
I couldn't see his face, so I don't know.
How do they know where to walk?
I
I've
th-
seen videos of people sleepwalk, but like I still don't get that. Like I've seen people like eat or like
yeah,
I've seen people like cook stuff. Like their eyes must be open, right?
it has to be in some form,
Yeah.
or else how is the brain gonna subconsciously move you?
Like by memory. Like that's so
Mm,
bizarre.
I don't know because there's people that like open the door and go outside for a walk, come back
Yeah. Yeah,
unscathed,
yeah,
and
yeah.
go back to bed.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. I don't know how that is. Huh.
Are you a light sleeper or a heavy sleeper?
I think I'm a heavy sleeper, honestly. I think because I've slept through fireworks, but I also wake up a lot. So I don't know. Like I can sleep through anything, but I'll also wake up a lot. What is that?
So when you wake up, is it just you naturally waking up, or are you waking up out of panic or anxiety?
No, just well, I've had episodes where I have had a like a panic attack waking
Okay.
up, but
Yeah.
that's for like external reasons.
Okay.
Um,
Like your boyfriend.
yeah. My boyfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm a sleep I'm a sleeper heavy. I'm a sleeper too. I'm a heavy sleeper
you're
too.
a sleeper heavy.
Yes. Um yeah, I usually sleep through like fireworks and all of that stuff. Fine. I just have a harder time falling asleep than yeah, once I'm out, I'm up. Like I'm it's hard for me to wake up. So
So, do you fall asleep easy, or no? You said you fall asleep not so great,
yeah,
right?
relatively easy, but
So,
yeah.
have you ever? I'm assuming you've had times where you can't fall asleep, right?
Mhm.
So, what do you do? How do you get yourself to sleep when you can't actually just fall asleep?
I think I've heard people or I've seen people try like melatonin.
It didn't work for me.
You tried it?
Yeah, I don't think I took enough, but it didn't
Okay.
work.
Yeah, like I just don't like dependency, and I feel like if that works, like even if that works, I don't want to depend on like some pill that I gotta take it every time I go to bed or every once in a while.
Do you take supplements?
No, I don't.
Oh, I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's the same thing, but
Yeah, I guess so.
like not even vitamins.
No.
Should, especially vitamin C.
I don't know. I think we could
Um,
have a discussion on fitness about this, about like about supplements, but I feel like all of the nutrients should be like I should be getting it from diet.
nope.
I don't know.
100% no. You can't get enough glutamine that you need for your body through food. And
Yeah.
do you know what glutamine does?
Well, like what's the long-term disadvantage of not having enough glutamine?
Like an extreme
Because people
case.
live through without like supplements fine, right?
Yeah.
And they
Well,
live their life,
an extreme case would be arthritis.
right?
So glutamine basically, in layman's terms, oils your joints.
Hmm.
Basically,
Yeah.
helps you move. What else do you not get enough of? Iron, zinc,
Eat a lot of
and
meat,
yeah, but iron and zinc, like no matter how much meat you eat, you don't get enough.
right?
So like I take a supplement where it has all that stuff. I take it in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that if people naturally have like bad diet and like or people get complacent about having vitamins too often and they don't try to make it up with your normal diet
Hmm.
and that's just kind of been like, oh, I had my vitamins, so I'm okay. But like you should
Like
always try to improve your normal diet too.
I noticed now that I take about 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day,
Yeah.
my sleep is better, or the quality of sleep is better, not the amount of sleep.
Okay.
So like when I let's say I sleep for 4 hours, that 4 hours is solid
Right.
instead of sleeping for 8 and I wake up 600 million times.
Yeah. It's placebo.
Well, it also prevents a lot of things.
Like a common cold,
Everything that
bacteria.
everything regarding like your immune system.
Mhm. Yeah. So I'm not the big proponent for melatonin. Also weed. I don't really like I don't like the side effects too or the effect of it. Like just being I got this. Parano not paranoia. Par there we go. Just being paranoid and like high, I don't like that feeling. And also if even if that works, I don't want to depend on weed to fall asleep.
you,
Honestly, sorry.
you know you can take CBD, right? Not THC.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
But
you can take it in a microdose where it doesn't actually like affect you in that way. It actually just reduces stress, reduces, and it promotes recovery too.
Yeah. A lot of my friends actually do that, like take CBD or like even like topical for other stuff. But um, I don't know. Like even medicine. Like I never take Advil. I never take what do you call it? Tylenol. Like unless I like really really have to. I've seen a
I'm
lot of
that way too though.
yeah. I've seen a lot of like very weak people who are like, oh, I have a headache, so they take an Advil, but then they have a headache every other day. So it's like, man, your kidney must be terrible.
How many band-aids do you need?
Yeah.
Do you want stronger band-aids like naproxen?
Yeah.
Oh man, naproxen
I,
screwed me up the one day
yeah.
when I broke my finger.
When was
It
that?
was goodness. 2 years ago? Yeah, it was probably 2 years ago. I broke it and then like just the pain. I'm sweating profusely, doing nothing.
Yeah. Were you working with me?
Yeah, I had the little thing, the
Oh
clamp.
yeah. That's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I broke it just doing the most stupid thing, just
Mm,
cracking my knuckles. And I broke my
yeah.
finger.
I remember that. Yeah.
Mm. And yeah, so I took naproxen, and naproxen screwed up my stomach.
Mm.
It was bad. But yeah, like I'm trying to think of if I have like a programmatical way or programmatic way of
We're really
falling.
struggling
I
today
know,
with words.
so bad.
Yeah, it's okay. You and I
English
both.
is yeah, English is my third language, and I only know one language.
What?
English.
Oh, C plus plus.
Oh, that doesn't count. Then I know many languages. But I'm
Have
trying
you? Yeah. What do you try to fall asleep better? Do you take
like
CBD microdose?
no, I want to, but it's so
Yeah.
expensive. Like
Yeah, it's pretty. Isn't it
I
like 40
see
bucks for like a few milligrams?
I'd probably get it through Beam.
Yeah.
And it's like a tea. So like you warm up water and then it's like neocitrin. You just put it in, stir it, and drink it.
Nice.
Um and I've only heard good things about it for the
Right.
sleep one. And so like what do I do to fall asleep? So I don't eat 2 hours before bed unless it's like veggies.
Mm,
What else? I I'm not on my phone for the last 30 minutes before going to bed unless it's like a phone call.
right.
Um what else? Yeah, cuz like I think the majority like the biggest problem is devices. I'm not on any devices before bed.
Like your laptop, your computer, everything.
Yeah, nothing. Like
Mm,
if say I'm here and I'm doing work, I still have about 20 to 30 minutes to drive home.
right.
And then I send a message to my girlfriend or I call her saying good night and then out. So I don't know. I don't really have like I guess that's my routine, right?
Right. Yeah. I think what we're sort of getting at is like sleep hygiene, which is a thing apparently. And I think I have really bad sleep hygiene because I'm on my phone like almost up until the moment I fall asleep. I sometimes eat like well within 2 hours of sleeping. Caffeine, I'm usually good. I usually drink it once in the morning and I'm set. Unless I know I have to stay up late, then I'll take one like in the at night. But that I know I'll be getting a crappy sleep anyway. And yeah, avoiding light too. Obviously on my phone, like that lights. I don't even use blue screen filter. Um, so yeah, my sleep hygiene is terrible. Like I just
Maybe you should work
that's
on that.
probably why I have hard time falling asleep, to be honest.
Maybe you
But
should work on it.
once I'm asleep, I'm good. It's just falling asleep is usually the issue, and also getting up too. So
Yeah, I never understand why people have. I still, after you explained it, I don't know why people have a problem getting up.
mhm.
I wish I did, but I don't. But yeah, like I think getting away from your device is the biggest thing. Is getting away from blue light. If you start doing that, then you'll have a lot better sleep. I think it'll be an adjustment period, but it'll be better for you.
Yeah, yeah, it's a habit to be built. To be built.
So going back to you waking up, because obviously we've woken up many times in different ways.
Hmm.
What do you think is your best way of waking up? Like I think the answer for you would probably be having a plan for the next day, but I want to know what you think.
Like best way to wake up, right? Wake up to,
Yeah,
or do you, yeah, yeah.
like
Like
what is
you
your
know, like
best way?
I wish, it's year 2021. I still don't know why this isn't a thing. If you look at like movies back in the 70s or 80s, and then they're, you know, doing like a future episode of 2020, they have like, oh, coffee is made ready for you, and then there's bacon and breakfast. It's just like I would love to wake up to a smell of coffee ready for me and bacon, just like ready for me to eat.
Well,
Um,
you need someone to do that for you if you're already sleeping, right?
like the machine would do that, but it's like the
Uh,
episode of The Office. I don't know if you've seen where Michael Michael grills his own foot.
oh yeah.
On the George Foreman grill.
He's such
Because
an
he
idiot.
likes to wake up to a smell of bacon.
He's such an idiot.
Yeah, like I would love that. Like waking up to a very nice smell that is attributed to a more like typical morning routine.
I think that'd be a good way to wake up, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, so I went camping over the weekend
Hmm.
at the Pinery, and waking up to to the smell of nature after a rainfall, plus bacon and eggs,
Yeah.
so someone's already cooking them.
Right.
Amazing.
Right.
Like that's like the I had a horrible sleep, but then that just made up for everything. So
Mhm.
like, just I agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Some days I think I need to be whacked and like waterboard myself up asleep, but other days I want to be like just gently awaken into consciousness. Yeah, it's weird.
You're all about your feelings, eh?
Well, sometimes I guess, but some other days I'm like, someone please just slap me in the face.
I'll do it.
Do it.
All right.
Come drive all the way from Thorn. Actually, I won't tell where you live.
It's a very
Thornhill.
it's a very small place.
Yeah, Thornhill. But
I'll
yeah,
I wake up before you, so all you need to do is give me a key. I'll come, slap the
the
shit out of
keypad.
you, and
I
then
just gotta
leave.
let you know what my keypad is.
Yeah,
Password.
I'll just come in, say hi to Logan, what's up, and then slap the shit out of you and leave.
Yeah. Actually, you just gotta knock, and Logan will just lose it. So.
just just can you imagine just slap the shit out of you? Good morning, and then leave.
I punch you
Oh,
like you punch an 8-year-old in the chest. You have an imprint right here.
I don't have a chest.
Okay. What about you? What's the best way for you to be woken up to, besides bacon and egg in nature?
Can't say it.
If you say your girlfriend, I'm gonna slap you. Oh my god, you're so cheesy.
I I can't.
Just say me.
That's
Waking up to
that's one of the things that I really like because it's
what?
amazing. Just waking up beside her. But anyways, an actual answer would be, what was that? Do it again. No. The
Oh,
hat,
you thought it was
maybe.
the middle finger?
Yeah, I wasn't even. I was looking at like the camera, and I couldn't. I saw
Right,
you moving.
right.
Uh, let's get a good answer here. What do I like to be woken? Like, how would I like to wake up? You want to hear the most Canadian answer ever?
Yep.
To go play hockey. If I know, so we do this thing every year called the Winter Classic for uh, a bunch of our friends and uh, for Christmas,
Okay.
just for everyone to get together, say hello until we go back to our families. And every morning, I am so excited. Like, I'm more excited to go play hockey than Christmas. Like, if I could wake up to go play hockey, that'd be amazing.
Mm.
That is my best wake up.
Okay. So have your skates ready. Get out of bed, straight into your skate shoes. Start skating down.
We're not in the North Pole. We can't just skate everywhere.
Okay. Well, thanks for doing this bit with me. Just ruining the comedy line. Oh,
Actually,
imagine we're in the middle of a desert. We're not in the middle of a desert. Dude, imagine this happens. No, that doesn't happen. It's like, okay.
remember that time at band camp? Oh man.
What do you say then, like to kind of close off a little bit? What do you say to people who say, I just need more sleep? Because this episode's about like oversleeping, right? And I
Yeah.
guess sleeping in general. Like, what's your 2 cents to people who say, you don't understand, I just need more sleep?
It all depends on their situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting some feedback by the way. Just a wee bit. But I think that if you if you feel like you need more sleep, then go to sleep earlier, honestly.
Okay.
Because if you're if you're having a hard time waking up and then you're still saying I need more sleep, maybe you shouldn't have stayed up until 1 in the morning watching your show. I don't know. That could be a thing.
Only
Or
if you're watching the show, it's okay until 1 in the morning. But any
yeah,
other show, you shouldn't watch until 1 a.m.
yeah,
Right?
pretty much.
Yeah.
Um Also check your diet. What are you eating before bed? What are you eating through the day? Are you eating fast food a lot? Are you eating a lot of carbs before bed? Like stuff like that. Um are you having sugar before bed? That's a big one. Um and then there's like alcohol and all other crap that we don't need to get into, but I think the biggest thing is what are you eating before bed and what are you doing before bed? Like, are you watching a screen? Probably should stop it and then go to bed earlier. If you really, really want more sleep, do something about it. That's that's it.
Nice.
Like for me, I don't need I could operate on 4 hours of sleep,
Yeah.
but I'm not like most people. And then when I get like today, I went to bed early and I got 8.5 hours of sleep and I feel terrible.
Right.
So um you just have to find that middle ground and adjust accordingly.
Yeah. I think what you're saying is very, very good. Super pragmatic, and a lot of people I think don't want to do that because if that doesn't work the first day, they're like, oh, like I just wasted 2 hours trying to fall asleep, trying to get to bed early. But if you keep that up, like your body will catch up to it. But yeah.
21-day rule, look it up. You gotta do something for 21 days for it to be a habit.
Yeah.
But so, what's our next one that we're gonna? Ooh, inadequacy. That's gonna be a good one for you, eh?
Yeah, I got a lot of inadequacy. I don't know how to handle my friendship with you because it's just a lot of mess. So we could talk about that a lot. How to deal with an idiot. That's yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one. How to deal with an idiot named Caleb. I like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of Caleb's in the world, but
Well, I can't say your
yeah.
last name. That's kind of mean. But yeah, so I guess we're going to talk about what's your capacity to handle inadequacy. And I think that's going to be a really good one, honestly. Because I know I'm amazing and all, and I just have a body of a god. I'm just kidding. That's too far. But um, I do have a lot of fear and inadequacies. Or what would be the terms? Self-conscious, right? So I have a lot of that, and I don't really tell people about it. So I'm gonna tell you guys.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about that June 22nd at 8 p.m. in our next show, and I hope you guys actually understood our mess of a podcast today. Well, it's Caleb's fault. Let's be honest, Caleb's fault.
It's always Anthony's fault. Yes, you're right. But I do, like Anthony said, I do appreciate listening to it. And please also check out part one of this series when we talk about
But yeah, we're gonna link
how to
it
handle
like
stress.
down below or up
Yes,
here
we'll have
somewhere.
that down below, down below. Um,
Yeah, down below, right?
yeah,
Come on now, get your shit together.
fine. Up above. Is that better?
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah, fun times. I did enjoy talking about sleep, but
Yeah.
next week we'll talk about inadequacies.
Yeah, until then, please like and subscribe. It helps us a lot. And don't be like Caleb and
Don't be like Anthony.
get some
Got it.
sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Wear
right.
a hat properly next time.
Oh yeah. What's wrong with my hat?
You're
Hmm?
wearing it backwards, dummy.
I'm wearing it the right way, dummy.
Okay. Well, when the sun hits your eye, tell me that
You
too.
know what? We're gonna mute you. Later, guys.